You are watching the action from the only game we played since last episode. And it was actually an unusual one, because you know when you get FM'd, like you completely dominate the games, you create so many chances, so many highlights, and then they get like one lousy goals and wins. Well, this was kind of the opposite one, for it's a very rare occasion. The other team dominated the whole game, created much more chances than we did, and we won. I like it. And since we only played one game, this is the way the league table looks, with Reading on top, and we are 1 point behind them. And then we have Cardiff 1 point after us, and both Derby and Stoke 2 points behind us, and then Blackburn and Wigan. But today, it's not about the championship. Today is about Premier League. Because we are playing versus Bournemouth in the League Cup quarter-final. And Bournemouth is currently mid-table in the Premiership. And, I mean, we want to be where they are. And it's time for us to prove that we are worthy of it. But as you can tell, it's only been 2 days rest between these two games. And I had to prioritize the league game, but we still have a pretty good team for this one. But we're doing some rotations, and Ballman will start this one very tired, because you know the defense injuries we have. He's been playing both for the games. But this is the Bournemouth team we are up against, and it will be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting to test ourselves yet again versus a Premier League team. Because you know all these Premier League games are so special, because that's the long goal of this save, to manage to get back to the Premier League and be able to compete there, not get relegated as soon as we get up. So whenever we are playing a Premier League team, it's a little bit special for us, because it's really, we are trying ourselves. It's Ovidio with a corner into the box, and Will Griggs on fire, his 6th goal this season. And we are off to a dream start away versus Bournemouth. Take a look here. We have Ovidio with the corner. Will Griggs hits the woodwork, but only the first time. The second time he makes no mistake at all. And now I am officially dancing here, because that was a dream start. Much, much better than I expected. Nobody reacted to my team. Well, that was a very, very late reaction from my team talk. And now we see Bournemouth into the box. It's going to be a penalty. It's maybe not. Yeah, it's going to be a penalty. Darn it. Well, at least we were allowed to be happy for a very short moment. Now we want the guys to show some passion. I mean, we got the chance to dream, a chance to believe, and then the penalty, Cattle Mole gave it away, completely unnecessary, because wasn't the only guy who was frustrated by the feedback was the one that gave away the penalty, really. And once again we see Bournemouth with the possession here as the rain pours down. Beautiful intercepted by Flanagan. Is Watmore, Honeyman for Flanagan into the box to nobody. Watmore wins it back, and he scores. Duncan Watmore scores. Oh, this is such an important one. We are back on top. Take a look at this one. Honeyman for Flanagan with a cross to nobody, but Watmore wins it back all by himself and makes no mistake with that beautiful finisher. And this is just back and forth. We have another highlight, another great interception by Flanagan, but that pass from, I'm not sure. Oh no, Will, yes, Will Griggs on fire. Oh, I thought he was going to miss it. Take a look at this one. Like, this pass from Catamol was complete garbage, but what was even worse than Catamol's pass was the defensive work from Bournemouth. I'm not sure what's worse there, by the defender or the goalkeeper. I don't care. We are 2 goals up, and a crazy first half continues. Here's Hanneman with the throw in. What more? Magiosh. Oh! He actually hit the woodwork after it bounced off one of the Bournemouth defenders. Ovidio with the corner into the box. It goes far, and it's going. Oh, I hoped for a second that maybe it was our time to get a penalty, but it wasn't. And we are about to head into half-time here. 2 minutes of extra time, so it's not over. Catch them all for what more? What more? Oh, here's Will Grigg for the hat-trick, but no! I think he hit the woodwork again. I think that was like the third time this game we hit the woodwork. Over the corner. And that's no trouble at all for the Bournemouth keeper. Now we should be, yeah, that's a half-time whistle. This first half, I mean, one day this game will give me a heart attack, I bet. We want the guy to stay focused. You might be winning, but that could still change if your performance levels drop. Don't let that happen. And everybody agreed, but Will Griggs. I think Will Griggs wanted a pad on his back after that 8.7 rating, and maybe he deserved it, because 8.7 in the first half, 2 goals, I'm completely okay with it. Now we are going to see, will the second half be as crazy as the first one, or it looks like things have calmed down a bit. Look, there's chances here, not much going on either for any other teams. Look, just takes on, compared to the first half, that was just madness, just crazy. But I think it's time for a sub. Let's see who's tired. Not tired, I mean who's playing like garbage. Well, now let's see who's tired. I think we're gonna go with Hanneman. He started both this and the last game, so he is a bit tired. Let's bring in Kurt. That will have actually that will have to do. And I'm waiting with the last 2 subs for a few more minutes. Clock ticks off. It ticks on. But yeah, the second half is a lot more boring compared to the first one. Not that I mind at all. I kind of really like it. It's good news for us with a boring second half. It surely is. We have one last sub. Who will it be? Can't sub Will Grigg, even though the fittest man on the pitch would play in that position. I mean, he can play here. Don't think he's great in that position. Nope, but it will have to do. 10 more minutes. And I mean, we are playing away. Away games is always much more difficult compared to at home ones. But right now it looks like a fantastic result. But we see Bournemouth could be the last highlight of the game. Try to get him into the box. Wilson for Ovideo. What are you doing? You're standing there thinking. Goes for Nian. Back to Ovideo. Ovideo, clock ticks on. Time is up. And that's the full-time whistle. And it's a very, very pleasing result. Beating yet another Premiership team. And we are beating them away. That was special, guys. Really special. I'm very happy. Looking at the second half ratings, looks much better compared to the first one. Now let's see. Do we know who we will get? Because this was the quarter-final. So we will be playing the semi-final. We still don't know who it will be, but it will either be Man City, Newcastle, Tottenham, West Ham, or Wolves. One of those teams, and that's going to be a biggie. Oh, we are officially in the semi-final, and we are only a championship team. This is glorious. Let's see, what did our board expect from us for this competition? So the League Cup, the details. They expected us to reach the 3rd round, and now we're in the semi-final, and we have knocked out not 1, but 2 Premiership teams to be there. This makes me feel good for when we finally, this season or next season or sometime, manage to get promoted to Premiership team, because we've beaten so many Premiership teams throughout this save. Just give us Man City, for God's sake, for the semi-final. That would be fun. But thank you for watching. Clearly you're going to press like, the thumbs up here for the win versus the Premiership team, and I'll see you in the next episode.